James has 31 more marbles than Nora. Nora has 57 marbles. For A through C, choose yes or no to indicate whether each number sentence will show how many marbles James has. Well, let's reread this problem to figure out what type of problem this is. And there's some key language in the problem. Here we go. James has 31 more marbles. This phrase right here, this 31 more marbles right there, that's telling us we're going to be comparing. And we're going to be comparing something bigger to something smaller because we have this idea of more or the difference. So let's figure out in this problem who has the bigger amount of marbles, James or Nora, and we'll use the graphic organizer to help us to organize our thoughts so we can solve it. James has 31 more marbles than Nora. So who has more marbles? James does. So James has the bigger amount. Nora will have the smaller amount. The problem reads, Nora has 57 marbles. So Nora has 57 marbles, so we know James is going to have more. How much more? Well, let's read this. It says James has 31 more marbles than Nora. That's the difference. That's the difference that we're looking at, this more amount. And so James has 31 more marbles. So how much does James have altogether? Well, James is going to have 57 that Nora has plus the 31 more. So now we have an equation that we can solve. So 57 plus 31, when we add this, we add our 7s and 1s. 7 1s and 1 1 is equal to 8 1. Now when we add our 10s, 5 10s and 3 10s, that's also equal to an 8, but 8 10s. So our answer really is 88. So different ways we can write this problem. We have 57 plus 31 equals 88. Another way we could write it with the commutative property would look like this. We could also use subtraction. 88 minus 57 equals 31. And 88 minus 31 equals 57. So these are 4 different ways that we could write an equation based off of our diagram right here. So let's look at A. A reads 57 plus 31 equals, well, we know what that amount is. That equals 88, and that's this one right here, so we know that this is a yes. For B, B reads 57 minus 31. What does that equal? Well, that's going to be a smaller number, so we'll do 57 minus 31 right here, and that number is going to be equal to 26. And so this is going to be a no. And then lastly, what number plus 31 equals 57? Well, that is another subtraction problem. So 57 minus 31, that's 26. So we have another 26 here. So that is also a no. So our only answer that's correct is the first one, which is A.